Hi, this is Bethany with Recherche Kennels, and we are so excited to introduce to you for the very first time Mr. Green of Beulah and Lazarus's litter. Now, Mr. Green was born on December 17th, and we know his personality very, very well. We are currently calling him Brodie. This is a name that we just recently started calling him. Now, if you do not like this name, you can definitely change that, and we will change that with his training. Now, he is the largest boy in his litter. He is a very handsome, very, very confident boy. He has a beautiful tricolor, as well as he has a lot of that white on his face, which is very desirable. Now, Brodie is scored on 3 different numbers for his Recherche score. He is scored on his dependency, his activity, and his confidence. The first number that he is scored on is his dependency, and Brodie is scored a 5 out of 10. So this does mean that he is very middle of the road in that dependency. He is definitely not a needy puppy. He is a puppy that is great to self-entertain. He doesn't have to be with you at all times, but he does love affection. He loves attention. You can see that he is laying here with me. He will cuddle. He will come and hang out with you, but he's a puppy that's going to be great in crate training. If you need a puppy that's going to be okay whenever you leave the house, he is definitely going to be the puppy for that. The next number that he is scored on is his activity score, and he is scored a 6 out of 10 for activity. So he is just slightly outgoing, slightly active. He's not a hyper puppy by any means. He is just a little more of that mellow. He's easygoing. He does like to play, but he's also content to just hang out and chill if that's what you want to do. Now, the difference in him specifically, if there is a weakness for Bernese mountain dogs, they can be a little bit soft in confidence. Now, for his confidence score, he is an 8 out of 10, so he is very confident. He is the most confident boy in his litter. He's doing really well in training. The other thing with that confidence score is they generally handle new situations and transitions very, very well. So he's going to be a great puppy that's going to enjoy going out and doing things. Now, Brodie can go home after completing Canine College. That is our most popular training program, and that is training until 16 weeks of age, and he can go home on April the 8th. Our next training level is our Master's Training Program. That is training until 20 weeks of age, and he can go home on May 6th. Our third training level and our second most popular training level is training until 6 months of age. That is our Doggy Doctorate Training Program, and he can go home on June 17th. Now, there are 2 things that separate us from all other breeders. The first is the health of our parents and the health of our puppies. We only import the healthiest adults, therefore we can breed the healthiest puppies. So if you scroll down on this page, you will see individual pictures of both Beulah and Lazarus. If you click on those pictures, it will take you to their individual pages. There you will be able to see more photos, videos, as well as all of their extensive health clearances. Now, Beulah is 86 pounds. She is one of our largest females, and Lazarus is 103 pounds as our largest breeding male. So with Brodie being the largest in his litter, we do expect him to mature somewhere between 95 and 105 pounds. Now, the second thing that separates us from all other breeders is our Puppy Training Institute. So what we are going to do now is we are going to summarize our Puppy Training Institute and show you Brodie in training.
Our Puppy Training Institute has 4 core areas. There's a couple areas that are very visible that we're going to show you on camera with the puppy that's for sale. Some of the areas are a little bit more difficult, but the one area that's very visible to show is outside training, and the big part of that is leash training. Puppies love the pull, love the tug, love the cut in front of you, and so we train them to walk on our left side. We train them that when we stop walking, they do what's called an auto sit. That's where they automatically sit without being told, without having any hand signals. They automatically sit. That it builds respect and focus on you. A couple other areas in outside training, it's a little bit harder to show, is car training and then also swim training when the weather's warmer. The second area that's very visible is obedience training. All of our trainers are certified dog trainers that's been training dogs for years. They know what they're doing. They're all certified. They all can do Canine Good Citizen. They're all very good trainers. And we work on the obedience commands of sit, down, stay, come, place, kennel, and they are trained extensively in all these areas. Now, we have 3 different communication tools we use with the puppies. We use hand signals, we use words, and then we use the training lead that we will provide you. And so as they get older, they get better and better. They can hold their stay longer, they can hold their place longer, they can hold their kennel longer. They can do it with both hand signals and words only, and so they get better and better. The place is when they jump up on the Kuranda cot. You will definitely want to buy a Kuranda cot because that allows the transition for our training to go to you. It's a wonderful command. When we say kennel, they go into their kennel on their own volition. We typically keep the door open, especially as they get older. And we train them, they cannot leave the kennel or really any other door until they are released. The 2 other areas that's a little bit more difficult that we're going to show you just generic dogs going through this. The one area is house training. We actually spend more time in house training than all the other areas combined. That's about 2/3 of the training. And this is where we work on the most important area of potty training. Of course, we're training them not to use the restroom inside and the signal eventually to go outside. A puppy at 12 weeks of age can typically hold the restroom about 1 hour during the day, whereas a puppy at 6 months can do 4 hours. The same thing is with crate training. We train them to sleep at night in their crate, eat in their crate. And a 12-week-old can typically sleep around 4 to 5 hours without having to be let out. And a 6-month-old, it's 6 to 10 hours. So obviously, the longer they're in training, the longer they can be crate trained. We also, though, while they're in house training, we train them not to jump up on us, not to chew things in the house, not to bite our hands. It's very extensive. And then the last area is socialization training. Many people worry about getting a trained or older puppy is that they won't bond. Well, because of our socialization program, our puppies bond very quickly. In fact, we've never had a client complain about that. And so in our socialization, we're training them not to be afraid of thunderstorms. We're training them not to be afraid of the hair dryer, of the blow dryer, of a vacuum cleaner. We have a TV in our puppy training area, in our house training area, where we're socializing them. They go on field trips when they get older. We work extensively on them being handled. We have 20 plus people that work for us, so these puppies are handled by multiple people and they're socialized extensively. That is our Puppy Training Institute.
Now, if you are interested in Brodie, please scroll all the way down and read through this entire page. At the bottom of the page, you will see photos of him that we took today. Directly above those photos, you will see his individual pricing. Now, that can be a little bit difficult to find, so we are going to show you an example of pricing in this video. This is not his pricing, so you do want to make sure that you go to the page to see the pricing that is directly for him. Now, if you look directly below this video, you will see a link that says puppy application. Go ahead and click on that link and fill that out and send it in to us. Someone will be in contact with you within 24 hours. If you don't hear from someone within 24 hours, please reach out, as we may not have received that puppy application. We thank you so much for taking the time to see Mr. Green of Beulah and Lazarus's litter. Thank you so much, and God bless.